Health info. Bringing you well-researched medical information. What is childhood diabetes? Diabetes mellitus is a metabolic disease that occurs when our body fails to metabolize glucose in our bloodstream. There are two major types of diabetes: type 1 and type 2 diabetes. In type 1 diabetes, the body fails to produce insulin. Type 1 diabetes usually occurs in childhood. In type 2 diabetes, the body produces insulin either in less sufficient amount, or the quality of insulin is poor. Previously, type 2 diabetes in children was a rare occurrence. However, these numbers are growing globally at an alarming rate. In the USA, for example, type 2 diabetes accounts for about 1/3 of newly diagnosed cases in adolescents. Around 210,000 children and teenagers under the age of 20 in the United States have been diagnosed with diabetes, according to the National Diabetes Statistics Report 2020. According to the National Institutes of Health (NIH), type 1 diabetes rates are increasing by 1.8% annually, and type 2 diabetes rates are increasing by 4.8%. Most of the researchers link childhood diabetes to obesity. Obesity and insulin resistance has a strong link. This insulin resistance then leads to relative insulin deficiency, leading towards the development of type 2 diabetes mellitus. Let's explore the signs, symptoms, risks and treatment for childhood diabetes. Diabetes symptoms. Type 1 diabetes symptoms in children can be easily remembered with 4 Ts: frequent urination, toilet, increased thirst, tiredness, thinner. You might also notice that your child is catching more infections than usual. These symptoms often appear within a few days to weeks. If the child experiences any of the symptoms of type 1 diabetes, the parents should get immediate medical attention. Type 2 diabetes symptoms in children are almost the same as of type 1 diabetes symptoms, but they develop slow and therefore not easily identified. There are a number of risk factors for type 1 diabetes, including lifestyle, genetics, and ethnicity. Contrary to type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes can be controlled. Many children and teenagers do not get diagnosed with type 1 diabetes until much later. During this time, they might be experiencing diabetic ketoacidosis, DKA, a complication that is life-threatening and demands prompt emergency action. Undiagnosed type 2 diabetes can be risky as well. If your child is unwell with frequent or prolonged infections, they may be at a risk of developing hyperosmolar hyperglycemic state, HHS, or DKA. The high blood sugar levels can damage multiple body organs. Unfortunately, there are no preventive measures for type 1 diabetes. However, measures can be easily taken to prevent type 2 diabetes. Here are some ways you can reduce the chances of a child developing diabetes. Maintain a healthy weight. Being overweight promotes insulin resistance in the body. Motivate your child to stay physically active. Physical activity increases insulin sensitivity, which reduces the risk of diabetes. Avoid too much sugary foods and beverages. Excessive sugar consumption causes weight gain and issues with insulin function. There are few things that you should keep in mind when you opt for a healthy diet. Eat foods that are rich in fiber and have low glycemic index. Take frequent small meals instead of large ones, and avoid processed foods. It's always a good idea to consult a dietitian. They will help you to develop a balanced and healthy diet plan that contributes greatly in diabetes prevention and care. Keep a mindful check on diabetes symptoms for your child to prevent any complications, as children may not be able to identify or express what they are feeling when they are experiencing changes due to diabetic complications. This is particularly true to younger children. Make them aware of their medical condition and how they need to manage their condition with the help of family and physicians. It is also very important that children are given confidence and assurance and a sense that the disease does not define them, but rather they define themselves. Keep watching our videos to learn more about diabetes. If you like our videos and want to learn more, please leave a comment below. Subscribe and share to help others.